Hello YouTube, and welcome back to World of Warships with the incomparable Wadres. Well, okay, maybe that's a little bit of a stretch, but you know what, it sounded good to say it anyway. And today, for the video, I am in the Tier 10 US battleship, the USS Montana, and I am divisioned up with one of my subscribers and another of my YouTube stars, the amazing OmegaGuardian10, who is just kind of over my shoulder here in his USS Essex, the Tier 9 American aircraft carrier. And, well, see, there go his torpedo bombers, showing that he's definitely close. Oh, yep, very close. Yeah, Omega, how you doing? Now, I will say that teaming up with Omega has definitely been quite an experience. We've had several battles over the last couple of days, and certainly more than a few interesting matches. Definitely lots of carnage to be had between the two of us, and sometimes we both go in one direction and dish out damage. Sometimes we split up and just kind of deal damage however we see fit. Either way, we just both kind of had fun and enjoyed playing around in multiple ships over the last couple of days. For this particular match, he was actually working on the Admiral Halsey campaign, which, for the specific mission in question, he needed to shoot down, I think it was 250 aircraft. And he certainly makes a good dent in the number with this match, and, well, I kind of help, though that doesn't certainly do anything for his mission progression. Now, one of the things that I will say is I'm not entirely sure where that thought was going, so we'll just kind of leave it there. I do want to talk about some things that have been mentioned in the YouTube airwaves, specifically something that Notzer was commenting on earlier today, which are potential clan port modifications that Wargaming is proposing, and primarily offering the ability to produce more buildings, providing discounts to ships at lower tiers, as well as improving buildings that already exist, giving better discounts to ship costs for repairs, etc. and so forth, relative to what is already present in game. And he's talking about how maybe they should lower the benefits, so on and so forth. And a lot of the comments that were coming up on his video were saying pretty much the same. In response to that, I kind of have to say that I actually think that the changes are, one, necessary, and two, actually something of a good thing. One, the oil that clans produce, after a while, they max out the buildings and they need somewhere for the oil to go. Unless the players can choose to use the oil that they collect for the arsenal instead of being submitted directly to the clan, that would be one option, I suppose. However, if you have a decent clan, I think they deserve to be able to buy some decent benefits for themselves and their players. And this is where some of Notzer's commentary really kind of strikes me as being a little bit off-center, just because these are benefits that have been earned by the clans. They've been paid for by the clans, certainly, with the oil and time spent collecting it. So why shouldn't they have access to some of these benefits? Now, he's saying that this could be a way of kind of crapping on the solo players or the newer players, but at the same time, when you look at some of the major clans, where are a lot of their players oriented? They're going to be higher tier players who are grinding some of the higher tier ships. Some of them may even have all of the higher tier ships, and at which point a lot of these benefits really aren't doing much of anything except giving them reduced repair costs. So there's something to be said, at least for offering discounts to the lower tier ships, and extending things out in that direction. It's definitely a move in the right direction. Now, as far as him saying that he's concerned about this basically requiring clans to be a thing for all players, I say that's not something that is going to be a problem. Just because all they're doing is talking about changes to the clans. They're not talking about changing the base cost of ships. They're not planning to adjust the repairs of ships to make the clan reductions even more necessary. All this are benefits that are earned for being in a clan. Players can still choose to play solo if they want to. They are not required to have any of these benefits, and while they help, they certainly do help with advancement on some of the ship lines, that's for sure, but I don't think that it's quite as severe as Natsu and a lot of his commenters seem to think they will be. And the other thing that I want to say is this is kind of a minor case study in socioeconomics as well, because you're always going to have your naysayers who want freebies from the developers, or on a larger scale, I guess you could say your government freebies if you were to convert it to some real-world examples. And you know what? If the reductions, the benefits are minimal, some players are going to look and say it's not worth it anyway. Others are going to look at it and say, well, I don't want to be in a clan, I don't feel like I should have to be in a clan, and they'll stay out of a clan just to protest regardless. So, really, depending on how you look at it, it really doesn't matter whether players are going to be in a clan or not. And on top of that, World of Warships, even though it's a MMO, isn't like a lot of others that I've played recently, which kind of force players into guilds, clans, whatever the effective equivalent is, in order to be able to progress at all. World of Warships still offers that, and depending on the game mode you play, you can still 1. Break even, and 2. Make a decent profit on just about all of your matches, especially if you are a regular random player. Co-op players, I'm at least glad if I can break even, and I have my Missouri to make credits if I really, really need them. But that just kind of finishes off any of what I wanted to say on that. Anyway, the match is over. OmegaGuardian certainly got a good number of his plane kills in. For the match, I earned 303,000 credits, 2,600 experience points, 133 free EXP, 175,000 damage done. I earned 683 base experience. Omega earned 406 base experience, and he certainly made a decent dent in his plane's mission for that, with 41 plane kills and 2 ship kills, no less. Definitely decent work in an aircraft carrier at a top-tier match. And just going through the regular breakdown of everything. And in conclusion, I would like to say that I earned 187,000 credits net for the match, with 6,600 commander experience earned, all of which, because my commander is a 19-skill captain, gets converted to elite commander EXP that I can use on any other commander. I would also like to thank OmegaGuardian for teaming up with me for the last couple of days. It has definitely been fun, interesting, and challenging to keep up with you, and I look forward to teaming up with you again. On that note, I will let you all go, and I will catch you all next time.